Hello, beautiful souls. I am Awakened Soul, and today we're going to be looking at Ethereum. We're going to set up our next trade. And before we begin, I do want to remind you to look at the Ethereum BTC pair. It is critical, whatever altcoin you're choosing to trade. If you're going to do Litecoins, make sure you have the LTC BTC pair. If you're going to do Ethereum, make sure you're looking at the ETH BTC pair just to see the strength of the coin. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with Ethereum today. And again, we're going to start on our monthly time frame. And I hope you're having a beautiful day. I'm going to turn on my 12 and 26 EMAs. Okay, beautiful. We are going to set some trend lines here. We're going to do one touch, two touches here. Okay. Great. And then, so this would be our major support, and then our major resistance, one touch, two touch, and we're breaking up to the upside on our resistance. So we have support, resistance on our monthly. So how would I get our monthly target? I would turn on my pivot highs and lows indicator, great indicator to use, and I rotate them. You could switch the numbers as long as they're the same. It works out. So we're going to place, remember, a vertical line on our price action. That is 48.68 at this moment in time. So right where the trend line intersects and where your vertical line is, that's going to be your monthly bearish target. So it's going to be around 353. Could Ethereum come back to that price? Crypto could do anything it wants. Okay, so now that we have our bearish target, let me go ahead and highlight it. Beautiful. And now we're going to do a bullish target here. So one touch, two touch, lowest price action is 880, right? So vertical line here, and right where it intersects, that's going to be my bullish monthly target. We have 3,097. Okay, wonderful. And remember, I am using the index, Ethereum index chart under a long settings. Okay, just in case you wanted to know. So many options out there. Beautiful. I am going to go down to my weekly. Within my weekly, I'm just going to look at it, see what's going on. Look at the 1226 EMAs, how they're flipped to the upside. Price action is bullish, right? So that means price action is in a bullish trend because the 12 and the 26 are flipped to the upside. So just make those observations. In the monthly, we saw that the price action was bearish because price action is technically still under 12 and 26, right? So in my weekly time frame, what I'm going to do is set a range first thing. So I'm going to use the previous candle high, and weeklies are orange, and the previous candle bottom as my support. So I have support, resistance, because we're trying to focus just on price action, right? We don't want to focus on anything else than what's going on today, what's happening right now. So now we're going to set some trend lines. Now that I have my range, I'm going to use this high to, could I use yesterday's high? I'm going to use the previous high. Hold on. I have this higher high, lower low indicator that I love to use. I usually have two. One is always set at 30, and one I like to play around with it. 6 is fine. And this just helps guide me to see if I could find a pattern, to see where I could connect my trend lines. So I think from this lower high to the most current lower high. So that's going to be, let me delete this. This is the trend line I want. right? Focus on what's happening today. Don't worry about the past. Don't worry about the future. Just right now, right here. So if we connect this weekly trend line and as a resistance, and we connect this low to this the highest low, right? We have this nice like flag pennant. You see it? It's like a flag here. It's like a bearish flag. Look at that. Just off the bat. See, that's why I love to just go with the flow, go what the charts are telling you right now. Okay. Beautiful. So we have one touch, two touches, right? So if price action would go to the upside, this is the lowest price action. So remember, you're placing a vertical line right on the price action. So right where it intersects, this is going to be your weekly target. So around 1942 would be weekly target. Perfect. And let's say price action will roll down because this is considered a high. If it could come down, we have one touch, two touches here. One touch, two touch. So this would be our high. So the high has to be in between the touches. So this would be my vertical line here based on this high. And my target would be right where it intersects again. Wonderful. Let's move the vertical lines out of the way. Let's highlight our weekly target so we know this is a target. Okay. And I don't want to scare you, but just saying. I mean, check this out. So this is a measured move from a flagpole. Okay. Because if this is a flag, this is the flagpole, right? Oh, no, this is kind of funny. It would take us to our monthly target. I'm not saying it's going there, but you just never know. Anything is possible with crypto. Okay, let me make it smaller here. Let me get it from high. Perfect. Check that out. I think it's pretty incredible. What do you guys think? I don't know. If this happens, you guys have to remember me, okay? Don't forget me. I think that's hilarious, but hey, I see what the charts are telling me, right? If this is a flag, this would be literally the measure move, and it would lead us to our monthly target. That would be wild. Okay, I'm so bearish, it's not even funny. Okay. And like I said, it's not that I want to be bearish, it's literally what the charts are telling me. But okay, enough of that. Let's go to the daily. That would be crazy, right? So on our daily, right, let's look at our RSIs. Let's look for divergences. Let's look for a pattern. What do we find around price action again? Let's focus on price action. Just off the bat right here, we see the price action going up. And remember, our daily are yellow, and then RSI is coming down, so we have some divergence there. Good. So once you're in your daily, kind of same process, you're going to connect some trend lines. You're going to do one touch, two touches, yellow, one touch, two touches. So this is a megaphone, right? So megaphones could roll down or go right to the, or break up to the upside. Well, it's almost the same thing with every pattern, right? It's going to go up or it's going to go down. Okay, so but we have confluence with the daily divergence. We have, we're going to set our range, right? We have our daily trend lines. So our range is going to be similar. We're going to use the previous candle from yesterday. So we have our day support, and our day resistance will be from yesterday's high. Let me just highlight it, make sure I know. Good. And if you're having a hard time finding them, use your pivot highs and lows, like I mentioned. So not only does the pivot highs help you with exact price action, it also helps you with support and resistance, okay? So right here on the daily, we have our range, we have our trend lines. Do I have a target for you? No, because this is how it's gonna go. If we break to the upside, if we break this major support, we're going to our monthly target. And if we roll down, I'll give you a target with the 4 hour. It's more accurate. So now we're here. Look at your EMAs. Remember what's the EMAs doing. So EMAs are bullish still. Let's go in for the 4 hour. 4 hours, same process. We're gonna make some trend lines on our contraction phase. So really important for you to understand that the market is made out of a cycle that repeats. The markets are made out of contraction phases, contraction phases, trend up, contraction phases, trend down. So this is a contraction phase right here. So let's just focus on here. Okay, so concentrating on this contraction phase only, we're gonna set some 4 hour trend lines, okay? So what's happening? Where is it going? What's it doing? So off the bat, let's connect our higher lows to the next higher low, and 4 hours are green. And it's important to color coordinate your trend lines, because by the time you're done, you're gonna have a techno party here. But I do use the chakra colors just so you can remember: monthly red, weekly orange, daily yellow, and my 4 hours are green, just like the chakra colors, and then my 1 hour will be blue, and of course smaller time frames are purple. So this looks like a rising wedge, a ascending flag here, right? So what would be our measure move? So let's say this ascending pattern breaks to the upside or to the downside, right? So the way you do a measure move is from the first high. So from this high, from this support to this resistance, and then you'll have the break to the downside. And check that out right on our weekly, what is it, support something, it's orange, so something right here. Something's going on with that weekly target. So that would be the measure move from this rising wedge, if that's the case. But let's say it broke to the upside, you would do I would use this price range tool. So it's from where the rising wedge begins to this high, and then from the breakout. So if it were to break out, it would take us to approximately 2164. And that's how you measure it. If you don't know how to measure it, Google it. Everything's on Google. DuckDuckGo it. Do whatever you want. Oh, that was funny. I had to say that. Sorry, I like to color coordinate everything because, okay, this is my 4 hour target. And if we come down, this is the measure move for the breakdown. Right, so it's important to as a technical analysis, to have bullish and bearish target. The charts are never gonna do what you think they're gonna do. They're gonna do what they're gonna do. And another confirmation for being bearish is the RSI on the 4 hour too. RSI is coming down as price action is going up, so that is divergence. Another thing I do want to bring up as a spiritual person is our moon phases. We are in a new moon. New moons are bearish. They bring bearish blood to the market. So we have a new moon that has just printed today, so that's something to consider with the energy being bearish. So a lot of confluence to be coming down, to be honest with you, but anything could happen. It could definitely stop hunt, do a huge wick to the upside, and get this measure move and then completely drop. We do have meeting tomorrow. Jerome Powell, I believe, is going to be speaking again, and that could give us a huge ripsaw for all we know. So always set your stop loss. Let's move into the 1 hour, right? The 1 hour. So as a day trader, you want to be looking no more than 1 hour, right? 30 minutes, setting up your trade in 5-minute ranges. So that's what we're going to, but just teaching you everything for one beautiful trade, because this game is all about compounding. So if you are able to be okay with that, you're gonna be a successful trader. Take your time, do your beautiful charts on one chart, 2 charts, and if they're not ready, they're not ready for you, right? This looks like a bullish flag just off the bat here, right? And it could break to the upside. Right, so this and set your alarms more than anything. Set your range. So right now we are in the 1 hour. This is gonna be my high. This is my low. So I'm gonna set alarms here, right, crossing down. And it's not an alarm for me to run into the market and just, oh, it's going up, sell. It's an alarm that it's moving. That's all it is. It's an alarm that's coming out of a range. Reassess, look at the charts again, because that was my biggest mistake. I'm gonna be honest. I would set alarms and I would say, oh, moving up, or Ethereum breaking up, and I would rush to the charts, and then I would, okay, I'm putting along, and then it just wicks up and it wicks down. So setting our range 1 hour, we have a little pennant there, little flag. Let's go into the 30 minutes. Right, we have our beautiful range. So what this is going to be the play. So this is your range. So what you want to do and you want to see is a break of the range, retest, and then continue to the upside. Okay, break from the range, retest, continue to the downside. So what's going to happen is that you're going to, let me draw it for you. So if it breaks, you want to wait for the retrace, enter at higher lows, and set your stop loss at previous higher lows. And if it breaks the range to come to the downside, let it break, retest, enter at lower highs, and set stop loss at previous lower highs. I hope that makes sense. This is the setup for Ethereum coming up. Like I said, be aware that the new moon is here. Be aware that there's a lot of divergence, but it could definitely fake us. Like I said, this is a liquidity game. Most people are probably thinking short right now. So what are the market makers gonna probably do? Boom, wick it up, and boom, drop it down. Right, wherever there's more liquidity, they're gonna go for it. There's another great indicator here, the double top that my friend just showed me. So we have some double tops being printed even in the 4 hour. That's pretty strong, right? And there is a liquidity indicator, fractal break, this one. Okay, this liquidity shows you where there's a lot of liquidity. So there's a lot of bullish. The closest one is this one. That could give us a double top here, and then continue to the downside. So look at everything. Look at BTC2. What is BTC doing? This is just Ethereum. But set your charts right. Take your time and enter that good trade of yours. Just one good trade a day makes the day. Okay, guys? So love you all. May the force be with you. And remember to do everything with love.